Where am I? What is this place? Do you know?
How's it going, everyone? David from dodmedia. Today I want to show you a tutorial to create this audio effect, which is just awesome, and there's no preset that can do this for you. This is a little bit of manual work that you have to do, but the result is just so cool. It's a very unique sound. It's a sound that you would have heard in like trailers or dream sequences in films or that kind of thing, and it's basically this reverb that feeds into the word or noise that a person's about to say. So it kind of goes like, and then they say it, and it's got this weird kind of reverse feel to it. And that's basically what it is. So let's jump into Premiere Pro. But if you use Final Cut or Vegas or any of those that allow you to just reverse a clip and apply effects to it, you can do exactly the same thing in those. All right, let's jump in. Alright, so we're in Premiere Pro. I have the original clip loaded up here. As you can see, it's S-Log2, so there's no color correction, nothing's done to it. This is just the clip as it is. And if I play this through, here's what it sounds like without any effects.
Where am I? What is this place? Do you know?
So ridiculously dramatic. As you can tell, I'm not an actor. That was terrible. Okay, so anyway, the idea behind getting that reverse feed-in reverb is pretty simple. We're gonna take this clip, we're gonna hit Control or Command R to bring up our speed. We're gonna hit that reverse speed, okay? Now if we play it back. Sub-Zero. I mean, if you want some really crazy results, you can try and record yourself saying what the thing sounds like in reverse and then reverse that, and it'll sound like this weird kind of non-human, trying to sound human kind of thing. But that's for another tutorial. For now, we're gonna focus on this clip. So we've just reversed it, that's great. Now we're gonna come up here, this is our sequence that the clip is in, and we're gonna drag this down to the new button there, and we're going to nest it basically in a new sequence. So that's our original sequence nested within another sequence. We'll call this sequence nest 1. Cool. Now in sequence nest 1, we're going to select our clip, and then we're going to come up to effects. If you haven't got effects there, just drop down the window and you'll find it there. Effects, Shift 7, cool. And we're going to type in reverb. Reverb, however you want to pronounce it. Now reverb is obsolete because it's an old effect. It's been replaced by studio reverb. So we're going to apply that and then scroll down, edit, and just go for something that you like the sound of. To be honest, this is really entirely down to you, but something that's slightly bright. It's not too like muffled and dark, and something that has just a nice amount of feedback. So for example, a great hall. Now if we play this, cool, so let's maybe just add a little longer of a decay. Okay, and then the low frequency cut, let's add a little more body in there, because the low frequency cut, anything below that, it's cutting, and given that that's already kind of low, so you just want to lower that floor a little bit. And then, yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good. You could make the room size just a little bigger as well if you wanted to. And then if we play this back, that's a nice amount of reverb. Perfect. Now, what we need to do is export this, Control M, export this as an audio file. AAC audio file is grand. Yep, lovely stuff. You can make it even higher quality if you really want to. It really depends on your needs. If this is a big production, then you want to make it as uncompressed as you can. If it's not a big production, then you know what, just do whatever you want. Okay, choose the path you want to send it to. Cool, export. Then re-import your file and drag it in there and put it underneath. Okay, now it's where it becomes fun. What we're gonna do is first of all go back to this original sequence, which is the one that the original source footage is nested within. We're gonna select it, hit Command or Control R, and remove that reverse speed, okay? Then we're going to come to this sequence nest 1, and we're just going to mute that studio reverb because we want to be able to change it if we need to, but we also don't want to hear it. So we're just going to mute it by putting a slash through that effects button. Then what we're going to do is hit Command or Control X on that effect because we actually want to place that effect on here, but keep it muted because we're actually getting rid of this audio track entirely. And then just drag that one that we imported and overlay it on top of the audio from before. Then we're going to hit Command or Control R and we're going to reverse the speed of that audio. It's a lot of reversing back and forth, but essentially what you get is this.
Where am I? What is this place? Do you know?
All right, and then basically it's just up to you, whatever else you want to add to that. You could add a little delay effect like I had in that little opening sequence there. You could add an analog delay, edit, let's make it a tape tube, and let's go for, I don't know, canyon echoes. Dry out all the way up, wet out. We're going to want to bring that way down because it's going to be way too overpowering. Delay, probably about 1400, 1500 milliseconds. Low feedback, high trash. Yeah, let's try this.
Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? What is this place? What is this place? What is this place? Do you know? Do you know?
Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Now, you might be wondering why I had to export the clip instead of just nesting it. And it may just be that my sound card isn't good enough for Premiere Pro to handle this task. But what you could try is having your original clip here, reverse it, then nest that into a top nest, apply the reverb effect to that so that it's playing backwards while applying the reverb to it, and then nest this sequence in another sequence and then reverse that so that it's essentially reversing your audio again back to normal, but the reverb would be feeding into it. As I say, my sound card just couldn't really handle it. It was kind of bugging and jumping and stuff. But if yours is powerful enough for it, then by all means do that. It means you don't have to go through that step of exporting stuff. And there you go, that's how you create that crazy dream sequence feeding into the voice kind of reverb effect. It's super simple, it's super quick to do, and yeah, it's pretty fun. All right, that's all from me. I hope you found this interesting, educational, inspiring even. Give it a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Hit that subscribe button to get more videos from me at dodmedia. I'm aiming to release them every Wednesday and Saturday at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Try maybe do more, try maybe do fewer. We'll see. Kind of all depends on how much you engage, so leave a comment in the comments section. If I find it useful, you may win something free from my store. Leave me any questions that you might have. I'll put them all together and I will make a Q&A video soon. And yeah, see you Saturday.